Hi everybody, day 142. Do the right thing even when it's difficult. I was in the gym this morning and I found someone's wallet. There was a couple of notes in there. Found there was a driving licence, so I walked around the gym, see if I could ID whose it was. Couldn't find out whose it was, so I just handed it in to one of the staff members at the front desk. So I found someone's wallet. If somebody comes in asking, just check the driving licence, make sure it's them, save somebody running off with it. Kind of occurred to me that this was a bit of a moral dilemma. You know, the thought didn't even cross my mind to take this wallet and run off with it, or pocket a few notes and, you know, just leave it somewhere in the gym. But for some people, when they are faced with a moral dilemma and a bit of a conundrum, they will make that poor decision and they might pocket the money, even when it's the wrong one. My advice to people is this: bad decisions come back to bite you on the arse, particularly when it's, you know, decisions where you're faced with dishonesty and you have a choice whether you do the right thing or whether you do the wrong thing. You will always get found out, or you'll be overwhelmed with guilt. There will always be a negative consequence. I know people in my life who have gone to prison because they were faced with a moral dilemma and they chose to make the bad decision. I know people who've been fired because they chose to make the bad decision when faced at a bit of a crossroads. And also know people whose family have disowned them because they were at a fork in the road and they chose to make that poor decision, the bad, the morally wrong decision. So that is my advice for today. Although it might be difficult and the easy route is to make the wrong decision and do the bad thing, I implore you and I beg you to please make the right decision, do the right thing, do the good thing, even though it might be difficult. Do it for your own sake, do it for the people around you, you know, set the example, be the person who, you know, people should look up to. If you're a father or a parent, maybe you've got children who you need to set an example for. If you work in, you know, public office and you're in a position of trust, maybe you're a politician or a police officer or, you know, high up in government, you can apply it to absolutely any position. Then you have to set an example to the people around you and be the difference. You have to make the right choice even when it might be very difficult. So that's my advice for today. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.